Everyone, the Samsung Galaxy S24 is one of those phones that came out a couple of years ago, kind of like a year and a half ago. And I've already talked about this phone quite a bit this year. I want to summarize all the findings of this phone throughout this year, some of the updates with One UI 8, the price change, as well as some battery life updates as well. Now, number one, the exterior of this phone is still the same as it was before. It still is a very beautiful phone. You're getting a very good build quality. And overall, the phone itself still holds up very well against phones like the Samsung Galaxy S25, the Google Pixel 10 Pro, and the iPhone 17s, and even the iPhone 17 Pro. This phone, with its body, with its build quality, everything like that, still is almost like a 10 out of 10. There's not really too many other crazy things this phone could have added. Maybe the only thing is like a brighter display. Most phones are hitting 3000 nits of brightness now, but this one is really not that big of a deal. It's still a beautiful phone. Now, One UI 8 did come out for this phone. I was able to install it, and so far it's been a pretty stable update. I haven't had too many big issues or too many big problems, which is always really nice to have. The big things that they did kind of improve on were kind of like the revamped weather app. That's kind of a nice thing. Some newer type of wallpaper situations, and even like the split screen multitasking now getting a little bit better. You can now minimize the apps a little bit more. I feel like on a phone like a Galaxy S24, it actually does look pretty nice because, it has a pretty decent sized display, but I don't really think One UI 8 was a massive update, and I think the phone itself is still almost as stable as it was before, so I haven't had too many issues. My battery life on One UI 8 as well has been pretty good too. I can pretty much, I use my phone sometimes and I leave it on standby for like a couple of days and I come back to it. And it hasn't had massive battery drainage. It hasn't had like a massive amount of like battery wear and tear, from me using it over the years. So if you've used your Galaxy S24 for like since it came out in 2024, then your battery health might have degraded a little bit, but I'm still experiencing a pretty decent experience, at least in the battery life side, on my Samsung Galaxy S24. From a price tag perspective, right? When we're looking at the Samsung Galaxy S24 at the end of 2025, what is that price tag you should expect to pay for something like this? It completely depends on the condition, but I would say roughly around a $350 price tag is what you should probably expect to pay for a good condition Samsung Galaxy S24. So that means a good average condition, some light wear and tear, some light scratches, some, maybe a little noticeable crack on the side of the phone, but there shouldn't be any cracks, no cracks on the back, nothing like that, and everything is fully functional. That is going to be about like $350. I would say probably like a 7.5 to 8 out of 10 condition. But if you're wanting to save some money, you could always go through and try to find a Galaxy S24, maybe in a different used website side that might end up being a little bit cheaper. But again, that condition might be varied, it might not be as great. So that might be one other thing to keep in mind. So those are kind of the main updates of the Galaxy S24 throughout the last year, or at least for the end of the year. You're definitely going to be getting a better type of, device for the most part with the Galaxy S26 that's coming out in a couple of months. But I think the S24 has held up very well this year, and I'm looking forward to this phone going into next year because it's going to be a really good used device in 2026. So if you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.